2018, it's not over yet, right? I can't believe it. 2017 went by so fast. Now we're in 18. The basketball season is still rolling on. And people got to ask themselves, who are the most improved players at this point? And when we look at it, right at the top, straight up, Giannis Antetokounmpo, I don't know even G, I call him Triple G, averaging 29 points a game, 10 rebounds, almost a block a game, 5 assists almost, and 2 steals. I mean, what a season for this kid. What a season. By the way, his 3-point percentage is his only falling point. We know he can't shoot that well. Shooting 26% from 3-point land. If he improves upon that, I think he'll be, if not one of the top players in the league, and a candidate to be right behind Kevin Durant as a top player in the league, in my opinion. So let's go look at some highlights. What is Giannis doing right now that's making him so special? He is attacking at a high rate and has got that now. He has a 14-footer. Used to be all dunks, all dunks. Now he has a 14-footer to add on to the gumbiness of him. You know, he has the length of gods. He can kind of stretch all the way out and dunk when you think he's not going to dunk because of his athleticism, also because of his length. And the length is the main thing there. He's a lot stronger this year as well, as you can see from his body type. So Milwaukee Bucks, congratulations to you. You've done a great job. Would like to see what happens when you're working with Tom Maker. That's his partner, and I think that's why the Greg Monroe trade happened. They thought that Tom could do something in a similar aspect to Giannis. These guys truly improved their players. Congratulations to Jason Kidd. But really, just a great game for Giannis. I think, great player in Giannis. They really did well to make him better, make him a better player, and they fell to his strengths. That's the big thing, his strengths, right? He's not a shooter. He's a driver. See how the lane's cleared for him? This is one of those rare ones. He's a driver. They clear the lane up for him, allow him to run through a la LeBron James. And once he gets inside the post because of his length, it's going to be tough to stop him. Next up, that was my number one. Number two, and this is kind of going right down with the scoring as well. Giannis at 29. Victor Oladipo left Westbrook and now averaging more points than Russell Westbrook, even though it's by 0.1. Oladipo's having a great year
14 and 11
in Indiana. Amazing year for him. Did I think he would be this good? No. But it shows what happens with a change of scene and environment, right? It shows what happens when you have the green light. You know, he has the green light here. Him and Miles Turner are the leaders of the team, and he's doing a great job with the opportunity. All right, and that's the key thing. NBA players, I think everyone's a star and everyone has the potential to be great, but you got to take advantage of those opportunities that you get. You got to really run with it. If you don't, he gets sent to the bench. You're 6th man, 7th man, 8th man, journeyman rolling around, and suddenly you're out of the league, and you're trying to figure out why. So Victor is taking advantage of it. He solidified his case as a player. Is he a player that's going to take this team to the playoffs? They need more pieces, I think. I do think he's now a key contributor. Aaron, a follow, like if you want to call it that, when a couple stars come his way. And he can do a lot of different things on the court as well. Great handle, great athleticism, good shooter, all-around player. So there's nothing really I can take away from this kid. Does he have all-star potential? It all matters if they're going to make the playoffs. And that's all that comes down to. And in the East, he could probably do it. Next up, oh my God. Everyone knows if a player can shake somebody, I'm all in. I mean, I used to watch and1 mixtapes all day long, and this guy's an and1 mixtape for 44 minutes. I didn't say 48, I said 44. You know, you don't play the whole game. So Tyreke Evans, my God, what a year and what a comeback story here. The forgotten man, I would call him that. is abusing players, a la Jamal Crawford. He is literally abusing players with his buddy and mate there is Jarrell Martin, who's also having a good year, but he's not going to end up on an MIP because of the points that he has. That said, Tyreke, what a year. Really contributing for the Grizzlies. Part of their success stories, the new coaching, are they're playing the smaller folks, excuse me, the smaller names. Gasol's still there, but a lot of these young kids are playing. It looks like they're preparing for a possible move of Gasol. They've been playing Ed Davis quite a bit. Also, Jarrell Martin is another guy. He's playing multiple roles. It's all systems and who you're playing with. Again, a change of coach made this happen. One change of coach, and now you got Tyreke Evans on a possible six man of the year all-star course, in my opinion. He's the best player on their team right now, even though he's coming off the bench. Do you bring him into the starting role? Why? He's being successful here, and I think there was a year that a six-man made the all-star team. I'm saying all-star team, yeah, he's playing that well, but don't think he'll make it. If a couple folks get injured, I think he can sneak in there. Tyreke Evans. Next up, Gordon, who says he could just dunk? Huh? Who says this guy can just dunk? Very wrong. Incredible year. What an improvement. Congratulations to the Magic. Congratulations to the Magic for developing your player. Scott Styles, kudos to you. Great athlete now that can actually, wow. A great athlete now that can now shoot the ball. We talked about 3D players. I just mentioned some of the rookies, Kyle Kuzma. This guy is Kyle Kuzma on steroids and a real reflection of Shawn Marion. Actually, taller than Shawn Marion. He's a different animal now because of his jump shot. Look at this. Beautiful. He is now, for me, as far as the forward game goes, again, he can play forward or power forward. He is now, for me, one of the top 10 prospects in the league. They say Blake Griffin. I would say this guy has a little bit more fluidity and handles on the outside than Blake Griffin. A little bit more athletic as far as speed, not leaping a bit. Actually, yeah, you could argue that now in Blake Griffin's current state, but he doesn't have the bulk. But that jump shot, unbelievable. As a kid that's coming out that may be able to do the same type of damage in a couple years as Michael Porter Jr. if that back is okay. Maybe a steal of a pick for any roster. But I tell you what, I love what this kid's doing. Aaron Gordon, great year. Great year for the Magic. And no longer just a dunker. So great job for that improvement. Next up, in the hood. Couldn't believe this one, huh? Rodney Hood. Rodney Hood for the Utah Giants. Donovan Mitchell's not the only star rolling on this team. Rodney Hood is having quite a year. So for all the folks that thought that Rodney Hood was a goner out of Duke, high level drafting prospect, was supposed to be, the requisite replacement, Jerome Kersey-like type player for the Jazz. He is now coming into full circle. I love his jump shot. Solid player. He's in the 14s a game, so really improved each year. A little bit unknown, but MIP-wise, he is on that list of the most improved players. Great year for Mr. Hood. I liked what I saw out of him. He can shoot anywhere 14 foot and out. His driving ability is something that we would like to see more of, but he's definitely become one of those strong spot shooters. If you look at it, a younger Trevor Ariza with a left hand. You can see him in that aspect. It kind of has that Michael Redd form. I don't want to call him that yet, but remember, Rodney Hood's about 6'8", 6'9". Great player. Great year, great improvement. I wanted to add Mike Beasley, but his stats are not there yet, so I can't throw him on there on this list. But Rodney Hood's on there for all you lefties. Great year for the Utah Jazz. Don't sleep. It's the Hood. Bang. Next up is Austin. Bingo. Bingo. Hey, man. I love handles. I told you that. Chris Paul left. And I hate to say, not that much of a beat left for this team um, until I saw Austin Rivers. Rivers is having a great year. He can shoot. He can drive. He can do everything on the court. He also has handles. He's kind of playing the guard role right now. And by guard, I mean he's not a point guard, not a shooting guard, just a guard. But he can play make. So again, great year for him on the LA Clippers. One of the reasons why they're still playing ball at this point. A lot of people kind of threw him away with all the movement that happened this summer. I can't say you can do that with this kid. He's having an incredible year. He gets to the lane at will. Jesus Christ. At will, he can get to the lane. And also has strength now, as you saw that, being able to bust through on Eric Gordon, one of the stronger guards in the league. I think Mr. Bingo is probably the best season of his career, and he deserves recognition. Him and Tyreke, wow, what an improvement. And what an improvement. It may be because of playing time. It may not be, but he's taking advantage of everything that's given to him. Bingo. Cantor, New York. I want to live in the city. Cantor, great year this year. Green light for him. Looks like a good piece to add with Mr. Porzingis. Also, Beasley's having a good year. I'm telling you what, they got some nice little pieces. Can you imagine Dennis Smith on this team? I mean, could you imagine that? Think about that right now. Dennis Smith Jr. on this team. I mean, that would have been freaking ridiculous. Cantor's one of the best offensive rebounders in the league. Has been that, and when he's gotten the green light as well as he did on the Utah Jazz, he can exploit teams and average double digits. He's a double guy. He doesn't have any outside power, so he's not your 3 and D. But anything inside 14 feet, you can call that a basket. He is one of the best. And again, a great offensive rebound prowess, and it has the green light with minutes, and is proving to be what they thought it would be in Utah. One of the top power forwards in the game. Great season for him. They're even using him as center because of how the league has gotten a lot smaller. I like what Enes Kanter is doing. Don't spit on me. The man's balling this year. By the lamb, baby. Huh? By the lamb. Oh, tastes so good. Boom. Lamb. Great season there for Charlotte Hornets. Jeremy Lamb, again, was on the bench, wasn't being looked at. You know, he flies around different teams, was on OKC, had great potential to do something there. Supposed to be a replacement for James Harden. Didn't really come through. I think there's issues with Westbrook. And then he goes to Charlotte, and he finally gets some minutes and does some things. This year, has all the minutes to him. Now he's in double digits. Great season for him. Again, I think he's coming off the bench for this team. And they also have some very nice pieces. Is it championship pieces? No. But very nice pieces for this team. I really like it. I like what I'm seeing out of Jeremy Lamb. If he can keep this up, he's finally found his niche in this league, which could either be a starting shooting guard or a sixth man. And I like either of those positions for this kid. I think he's done a great job in improving himself or being ready to go. Last but not least, Mouday's looking to be traded. They got Harris. They got Jamal Murray. They got all these talents, but there's one dude that's been consistent throughout. The Thrill, Willie Barton. Willie Barton has been exceptional for the Nuggets. People are sleeping on what he's doing for this team. All right, he has been automatic from three. He has the handles. He has the leaping ability. The thrill, it is the truth. He can get into the lane at will. Boom. At will. This is Jamal Crawford type of player for the Nuggets and has had an exceptional career. Really has improved himself and has allowed his street game to formalize into a pro game, which is something you have to respect and it's very difficult to do. You know, being a street baller, you have a lot more room to kind of one-on-one it. In the NBA, there's 7-footers in the lane that clog up the lane. The defense is much better. And some of the things that a street baller would do, you know, a coach may not like. But now he's been given the thumbs up from his coaching team. And again, it's great to see Will Barton get this opportunity, right, as a sixth man. Should he be starting? Oh, Lord. I think so. I think so. The issue he's having, though, is the fact that there's a couple of young rookies that they have drafted that they have to play. I like Gary Harris. I like Jamal Murray. I don't think they should be starting over Will Barton. That's my opinion. I don't want to get into any rivalry. Or he's a 6'7", 6'6" guard that can do everything on the court. And you're not starting. Those guys are six men. You know, Jamal Murray and Gary Harris are 6'3", 6'4", respectively, if even that. This guy is a, you know, almost James, what's his name? Joe Johnson type player. The bounty hoppers. I mentioned Jamal Crawford. These are the type of players. Tyreke Evans, he's that type, and he's not even playing. He can create for his teammates. He is last on the list as an MIP, but definitely the guy that I'm looking to because he only had put up one more point from last year. But that is difficult to do, especially with the talent that they now have. Will Barton, tremendous season. So that's it for my MIPs from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 is all I want to throw in there. So 9 players that I think are the MIP candidates of the year. Recap: Giannis, Victor, Oladipo, Tyreke Evans, Aaron Gordon from the Magic, Rodney in the Hood from the Jazz, Austin Bingo Rivers, Ennis Cantor, the Beard, Part 2, Jeremy Lamb, and then the Thrill, Will Barton. Those are my top picks for MIP. Let's see how it goes.